fun and money are yours for the taking. Call the cards right, you'll bring home the bacon on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hi, thank you, lovely Janet. And thank you. Welcome to Card Sharks. Thank you for being here. Well, thank you. That's an interesting poem. Call the cards right and you'll bring home the bacon. However, on this show you can win over $28,000. I'm not sure if that's enough money to buy bacon, but we thank Joanne Butts of Ponce de Leon, Florida for that opening poem. Now let's get to the cards. Ladies, if you will, load in the cards and we'll meet our players on Card Sharks. Hello, Debbie Thompson, our champion. Nice to see you again.
I'm so glad to be back.
Good. Now, we've been finding out a lot about you, but you just took a trip, right?
Yes, my husband and our 3 children and a dog went back east on a buying trip for antiques. And now I'm going to take my little 9-month-old baby along with me in a van, and we're going to go back.
Oh, all the way across country to
Yes.
get some good antiques?
Yes.
It was worth all that mileage.
It was all inside the van with us, and we were sleeping in it. It was unbelievable, but we had a good time.
I hope you didn't buy anything from leftover barns or anything then, if you were all together there.
Oh,
with
you
no?
did get a little
Oh, I get And Debbie, you've won an even $4,000 here with us on Card Sharks. You're a fine champion.
Thank you.
Tom Brennan, our challenger. Hi, Tom. Good to see you again. Won't you again remind us about yourself?
Well, I'm Tom Brennan, and I'm recently in Los Angeles, California, about 6 weeks, formerly from Spartanburg, South Carolina.
How are you enjoying it?
Love it, love it. I was here when I was in the service about 20 years ago, so it's a lot of fun.
Good. Good to have you here with us. Good luck to both of you. The cards are shuffled, the players cut them, and Debbie, the champion, will play the upper cards, the red cards, Tom, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue cards. And we play the best 2 out of 3, and Tom won game number 1. So we're starting game 2 with you, Debbie. We asked 100 single women, if you were at a guy's apartment and another woman knocked on his door, would you be willing to hide in the closet while he got rid of her?
No way.
How many women said that they would be able to, they would hide in the
if it
closet?
was me, I'd bop him in the nose. No way, it's going to be real low. 1.
1.
Yes.
That's it. 1 woman would hide in the closet, Tom. What do you think?
Well, I think if I was in that situation, gee, if she didn't, she should love me that much. I'm going to say it's a little bit higher.
A little higher. Still not many, do you think, though, huh?
No.
The actual number of women who would hide in the closet is 14. It's higher, Tom. Well, the things they'll do for love, Deb. Tom, you won the question. You get the first crack at the cards and a 9.
I'd like to change that card, Jim, please.
You won the question. Anytime you do, you have the right to change it. You've got an ace.
Beautiful, beautiful. The next card is going to be lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes,
Okay,
a
let's
4.
keep going now. Let's keep it rolling. The next card is higher.
Higher than a 4. A 9.
Okay, I'm going to freeze right there, Jim.
Freezing it. Over goes the freeze bar. We can't take those cards away from you, and that keeps Debbie away from her cards. Tom, we asked 100 women, if you ever said to somebody, I tried to call you, but you weren't in. We asked them, have you ever tried? I've tried to call you, but you weren't in. When you really had never tried at all. How many women have used that line? I tried to call you, but you weren't there.
Well, I think that's a pretty convenient excuse, and I think women, men, everybody use it, so I'm going to say that's pretty high. It's going to be about 73.
73 have used the line, I tried to call you, but you weren't in.
He's pretty close to right, but I think maybe just a little bit lower. I think men pull that more than women.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. The actual number of women who've lied and told someone they tried to call them when they really hadn't is 60. It's lower, Debbie. And Debbie, in a game that you need, you start with a 7.
I've got to change it.
Tom made a good change. Can you? A 6, a little better.
So the next card is going to be higher.
Higher than a 6? Yes, a 9.
I'm going to freeze.
Freezing it. Debbie needs 3 cards. Tom needs 2. Question 3 to you, Debbie. Debbie, we asked 100 mothers of 13-year-old boys, if your son came to you with a question about sex, would you answer it or send him to his father? How many mothers said they would courageously answer it themselves?
I tell you, I would answer it. I have an 8-year-old little boy, but I don't know, at that age, they're a little bit older and you're a little more embarrassed. I'm going to say 52 would answer it.
52 would answer. Tom?
I think today, with the way education is and the way they seem to push this, I'm going to say maybe it's just a little bit higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of mothers who would answer their son's question about sex is 87. It's a lot higher. Tom. That's very courageous. Although I once had that happen to me when my son came and said, "Where did I come from?" And I went into a long explanation. He said, "I just wanted to know what city I was born in." Tom, you got a 9.
Jim, I want to change that card.
And you can. Changing it to a jack.
All right, good card. Now, I'm going to go lower on the next card.
Lower than a jack?
All right. I'm going to freeze right there.
Freezing it, needing one card for a crack at the money cards. Debbie. And Tom, the question to you, Tom, and this is sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. We asked 100 married women. Tom, do you consider your husband the king of the castle? How many women said their husband is the king of the castle?
That's a toughie. But I think today, you know, women still have that feeling toward their husband. They still love them, I hope. I'm going to say 64.
64 women consider hubby the king of the castle, Debbie.
Well, I like my husband to believe that he is all the time, but I'm going to go a little bit lower.
Lower.
Uh-huh.
The actual number of women who consider their husband the king of the castle is 57. It's lower. Debbie.
Oh, I'm in a
Debbie,
tough spot.
you have a 9. You need 3 cards. Tom is at 10. He needs 1. Your decision. Play it or pass it.
I'm in a tough spot. I think I'm going to pass it.
You're going to pass it.
Yeah.
And Tom, that means you cannot change it. With a 10, call this one card correct. You're the new champion.
All right,
if you're
let's
wrong,
go up with a card
Debbie
that's
wins.
lower than that 10, Jim.
If this is lower, you are the champion. Tom for the win.
All
Yes!
right.
Tom wins it. Good win for Tom. And Debbie, you were on the spot there with 3 cards.
I didn't know which way to go.
But you're leaving us with $4,000.
Fantastic.
Be careful on that trip back east.
I will.
Debbie
Thank you so
Thompson.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tom, come on down here. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Tom's going to go for the big money with the money cards right after this commercial break. Tom Brennan, our champion, with $200 in the game. Are you ready for the big money?
Oh, I'm really ready.
Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Tom, if you'll step on up there, please, sir. Money cards all shuffled and cut, and Janice will start dealing them out. We'll give you $200 of betting money on the bottom line and 3 cards. You bet them as you will. When you move to the second level, another $200 of betting money and 3 more cards. Minimum bets, $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, Tom, and there you must bet at least half the money. Good luck to you, sir. Here's $200. As in the game, you have a choice of 2 base cards to start with, and you can, of course, change your base card as you move up to the next 2 levels. With $200, you're starting with a 10. Do you want it?
Jim, I'd like to change that card.
And you can change it to... Oh, yes,
Okay,
a 2.
let's go all the way and say the next card is higher.
$200. Higher than a 2. Oh, no. Wow, but you're not out of it. We're going to move that 2 up. It's still a good card to the next level where we give you another $200 of betting money. You're back in it. 4 cards to go, Tom. Come on, do it now.
And we're going all the way again, Jim. The next card is higher.
There better not be another 2 in there. Higher than a 2 for $200. Yes,
all right,
a jack.
beautiful.
Now, $400.
We're going to go $200 lower.
$200 lower than a jack. Oh,
okay,
yes, a 3.
Now we're going to go all the way $600 higher.
$600 higher than a 3. Yes,
Beautiful.
for a 5.
All right, okay.
Oh, you made a good comeback up to $1,200 as we move up to 5. Tom, do you want that 5?
I'm going to change that card.
Big change. Come on. Good card. Oh, another 5.
Got
All
the
right.
same thing.
Tom, you must bet at least $600. You have $1,200 with a 5. What's your big bet?
I'm going to go $800 higher.
$800. Higher than a 5. Yes!
$80. All
For
right.
$2,000. A great comeback.
$80. All right.
Oh, that was a nice comeback, Tom. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. Come on down here. And with the $200 in the game, that's $2,200 for your first game on Card Shark.
Ooh, that's beautiful. I can't believe it.
We'll meet a new challenger right after this commercial message. That was great. Okay, Tom, we're going to set up for the next game. Same 2 decks of cards, and we'll meet a new challenger on Card Sharks. Coming out here very gingerly, Sandy Ramish. Hello, Sandy. Welcome. Won't you tell us about yourself?
Of course. My name's Sandy Ramish. I am an English and drama teacher at Sycamore in Anaheim. I live with... Thank you.
Yes, we have some drama students here with us, yes?
Oh, marvelous. I live with my lovely husband in Huntington Beach, and we are expecting our first child in about 7 weeks.
Well, congratulations. Hoping for a boy or a girl?
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's a girl.
Why are you pretty sure?
Well, because a young person hit me in my car a couple of weeks ago, and the doctor said that the heartbeat was very fast, and he thought it probably was a girl.
Oh, I thought it was like you take a stick over top of you. What? I don't understand those things, but, well, I hope you get what you want, Sandy. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Tom, the upper cards, the red cards. Tom, we found 100 house husbands. These are all men who stay home and take care of the house and kids while their wife works. And we asked them, have you ever said, house husbands, have you ever said to your wife, not tonight, dear, I have a headache? How many house husbands have used that line?
Gee, I don't know. That's a tough one. But I think, maybe just to get even once in a while, there would be some. But I'm going to keep it low. I'm going to say just about 20.
20 house husbands have said, not tonight, I've got a headache, Sandy.
I don't think my husband isn't a house husband, but I don't think he'd ever say no, so I'm going to say it's higher.
But it's how many house husbands have used the line?
Have said no, and
Yes.
he said 20.
Right.
All right. I'll say lower.
All right, it sounded like that's where your logic was leading you. That's why I wanted to clarify it, Sandy, so you say lower. The actual number of house husbands who have said to their wife, not tonight, dear, I have a headache, is 28. It's not lower, Tom.
It's all in fun.
Well, let's hope. Maybe it was just to get even, Tom, like you said. You're starting off with a 2.
Oh, beautiful card. The next card is higher, Jim.
Now, the last time you got one of these, it wasn't so good. Let's find out this time. Higher than a 2.
All right,
a
that's
3.
right. Let's keep going. Let's make it roll. The next card is higher.
Higher than a 3. Yes, a 10.
We're going to freeze on that 10, please.
Freezing it as Tom needs 2 cards. He keeps Sandy away. Sandy, your first question. We asked 100 Mississippi State troopers, have you ever seriously considered committing a major crime? How many state troopers admitted that they have been tempted to commit a crime?
I think that anyone who goes into a profession like that is going to really think about committing something that's really serious. I don't think it's going to be very high. I would say 30 maybe.
30 Mississippi State troopers have thought about committing a serious crime, Tom.
Did you say considered, Jim?
Considered. Seriously considered committing a major crime.
Since these men see how many mistakes others make, maybe they can learn by it. Seriously consider, I would say it's going to be a little bit higher.
Higher than 30.
Right.
The actual number of Mississippi State troopers who have considered committing a crime is 3. Not higher at all, Sandy. Not too many. Sandy, I think your logic was probably correct. If you see the fruits of crime, you're not going to try it. Sandy, you're starting off with a queen.
Oh, super. I'll say the next card is lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, a 4.
Oh, good. Okay, next card is higher, please.
Higher than a 4. Yes, a 6.
Freeze.
Freezing it with a tie, and each player needs 2 cards. Tom, we asked 110-year-old boys and girls, what was the name of the Lone Ranger's faithful Indian companion? 10-year-olds. How many 10-year-olds knew that the Lone Ranger's Indian companion was named Tonto?
Oh, it's been a while since the Lone Ranger's been around, but I still think the image lingers on. I'm going to say about 48.
48 10-year-olds knew Tonto and the Lone Ranger.
I think 10-year-olds are much more savvy than that. I think it's going to be higher.
Even higher. The actual number of 10-year-old boys and girls who knew that the Lone Ranger's Indian companion was named Tonto is 83. Very much higher, Sandy.
That card.
She wants to change the 6 to a jack.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better. All right, let's say the next card is lower.
Lower than a jack. Yes, a 5.
All right, higher.
You're going to go for it.
I'm
If
gonna
this
go
is
for
higher,
it.
Sandy is the first game in the match. She does. Game 1 to the challenger with $100. And game 2 will be coming up in a moment right after we watch this message. Please. Sandy Ramish, the challenger, is game number 1 and $100. You didn't believe you had it, Sandy, right? You said, I got that one, yes. And Janice is dealing off the same 2 decks of cards, and we'll start game 2 with you, Sandy. Sandy, we asked 100 married men, have you ever fallen asleep in the middle of one of your wife's sentences? How many men said that they have?
My husband has.
He has.
I'd say 68.
68 men have fallen asleep right in the middle of one of their wife's sentences.
Even as boring as they can be at times, I'm still going to say it's a little lower.
Oh. Tom, are you married?
Yes, I am.
Oh, your wife's going to love that line when you...
She gets boring, too.
Just send the mail to Tom Brennan, friends. Don't send it to me. The actual number of married men who've fallen asleep in the middle of one of their wife's sentences is 49. It's lower, Tom. And Tom, you're starting off with a 6.
Oh, I'd like to change that card, please.
Changing the 6 to a 9.
That's a little bit better. Let's try lower on that next card.
Lower than a 9. Oh, no, it's an ace. It's not lower. A break for Sandy, who will start with a 5.
All right, higher.
Higher than a 5. No, it's a 3. Not higher, and neither player could advance on that question. Tom, the question goes to you. We found 100 brides-to-be. Now, these are all women who plan to be married within the next 6 months. And we asked them, if your fiancé wanted you to live with him before you got married, would you? How many brides-to-be said they would live with their fiancé before getting married?
Oh, yeah, today things are just great. I mean, more liberal. So I would say that that's going to be pretty high, at least 74.
74 brides-to-be would live with their fiancé, Sandy.
Listen, if you're already a bride-to-be, you don't need to prove anything. I think it's going to be lower.
I like your logic. The actual number of brides-to-be who would live with their fiancé before they married him is 66. You're right, Sandy. It's lower. Sandy, do you want that 5?
Well, it was nasty to me before. I think I'll change it.
Okay, bad 5. Okay, we'll change the 5 to a queen.
Oh,
good change.
good. Okay, lower, please.
Lower than a queen. Yes, a 10.
Oh, freeze.
Freezing, taking the 1-card advantage. Sandy, we asked 100 senior citizens. Be honest, can you lean over and touch your toes without bending your knees? How many senior citizens were in good enough shape to touch their toes?
One of my very best girlfriends is a senior citizen, and she showed me the other day that she can touch the floor with her hands flat. So I think a number of them still are pretty spry. I'm going to say 42 can do it.
42 could bend over and touch their toes without bending their knees. Senior citizens, Tom.
Well, I think they have a lot of great programs, a lot of joggers, etc., but I still think it's going to be just a little bit lower.
Lower than that. Yes. The actual number of senior citizens who could lean over and touch their toes without bending their knees is 53, not lower. Sandy, you're right.
Change that.
Actually, I want to give you a preview. The next question is how many of them could get up after they bend them. Sandy, you've got a 10.
I would like to change that 10, please.
And now she changes it to a queen.
Oh, good. All right. Let's say the next card is going to be lower.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no, it's another queen. Not lower, and Tom gets a chance to play off the 9.
I'm still going to go lower on that next card.
Lower than a 9. Yes,
all right,
a 4.
let's go higher on the next card.
Higher than a 4.
Let's keep
a queen.
rolling, go lower on the next card.
Lower than a queen. It's a 7.
Oh, let's freeze right there.
I thought you were getting carried away, and you were going to keep on going. Sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Tom, we asked 100 people, have you ever sneaked onto a bus by the back door so you wouldn't have to pay? How many people admitted that they have?
Oh, I think there's always that temptation to get away with something for nothing, but I'm going to say it's pretty low, about 22.
20 have sneaked onto the back door of the bus, Sandy.
I don't think that too many people would do that either, but I think it's still going to be lower.
Lower than 22. The actual number of people who've sneaked onto a bus is 13. It's lower. Sandy. Sandy, it's sudden death. You have a queen. You need 3 cards. Tom has a 7, but he needs only 1. What are you going to do? Play it or pass it? You're going to force him to play it for that 1 card. Tom, if you can call this correct, we've got a tie match. If you make a mistake, we have a new champion. With a 7, call this.
Let's make it happen now. Higher.
Higher to tie up the match? Ooh. No, it's not higher. We have a new champion on Card Sharks. Sandy wins it in sudden death. Tom, you're leaving us with $2,200. Thank you. Tom Brennan, Sandy, come on down here. And bring the family. Good to have you here. Sandy will be right back right after this commercial break. You took a chance? Well, we've run out of time. We can't play the money cards now, but Sandy's going to go for the big money when next we meet on Card Sharks. Have yourself a good day. Bye-bye for now.
A representative of the studio audience will receive a two-piece ensemble of Roper Starflight zipper luggage featuring a garment bag and 30-inch carry-all with wheels. Handsomely styled in easy clean exteriors designed to protect, furnished by Roper Starflight. And some of our contestants will receive Broxident automatic action toothbrush with interchangeable brushes for the entire family. It's a great gift idea from Squibb. And Coffee Corner coffee maker from General Electric. It has a storage canister that measures out ground coffee right into the filter basket. And the Sunny Bunch from Sears. Fresh, feminine, color-coordinated fashions for young girls. Pretty things come in Sunny Bunches exclusively at Sears. And a month's reading from Fawcett, including The Savage Sands, Christina Nicholson's epic new romance that's seething with uncontrolled passion. Enjoy Fawcett books. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson-Bill Todman production.